You'll want to fix D&D's Ranger, give them an animal companion, have the companion move for free, but only take an action when commanded using the Ranger's bonus action, and let it scale based off the Ranger's level. Then, make a specific subclass that's entirely oriented around buffing your animal companion and, eventually, potentially even getting a second. Boom! You have a Ranger that fulfills the exploration niche that it was built for, while still being viable in combat. It's not that hard. Well, kind of. You have to worry about balance and action economy, but at the end of the day, I think most people associate a Ranger with having an animal companion, and having an animal companion makes them more unique than just a rogue or a fighter with some druid spells. So let's workshop that. Real quick, I'm working off the updated Ranger features from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. In this form, the Ranger is weak but viable, given how many of its abilities are still reliant on exploration, which is the pillar of play most modern games spend the least time on. But it's not a bad class like it was in the 2014 version. Though the fact that they didn't change the capstone, which once per turn lets you add your wisdom modifier to an attack or damage roll against your favorite enemy, is insulting. If you remove the once per turn bit and say you can't add the wisdom modifier to both the attack and damage rolls of a single attack, I think that would be fine, since it's already limited to favored enemies. But come on. Vanish, Feral Senses, and Foe Slayer aren't even as thematic as some of the non-combat monk abilities like Timeless Body, or the Druid's Archdruid feature. And side note, I haven't really kept up with the 2024 version that much, though I hear it completely missed the mark by focusing on Hunter's Mark, which isn't a bad choice per se, except for the fact that they fell into the same trap of giving the Ranger a series of exploration-oriented abilities, while also loading up their bonus action with everything else. So Hunter's Mark scales and makes them more viable in combat, but they can't use their other stuff when they use it, and they don't have the combat support outside of Hunter's Mark to justify not using it. So how would I fix this? I just give every Ranger a Primal Companion. I was gonna say to use the 2014 Ranger's Companion feature, but the Primal Companion updated feature from Tasha's is exactly what I've been saying. It acts during your turn, you can command it as a bonus, you can give it one of your attacks to let it take a full attack action, and you can revive it with your spell slots. It even acts autonomously if you get knocked out. With the Primal Companion stat blocks, it's built to scale with your character. The only thing I'd change is that their attacks deal a number of damage dice equal to half your proficiency modifier. So instead of Beast of the Land dealing 1d8 plus 2 plus 3 damage at 5th level, it deals 2d8 plus 2 plus 3 damage. That's notable, but it isn't game-breaking. And remember, 5th level is when you get 3rd level spells, so this is less the Ranger's Companion is outpacing the fighter, and more so, the Ranger's Companion isn't being power crept as quickly. So, cool. All Rangers get a Primal Companion at 3rd level, but I'd add an ancillary effect that you can still have a companion at level 1, it just can't attack. It can still take the help action, so it's not useless in a fight, but at this point, its hit points are so low that it can't tank effectively, and since it can't attack, it won't ruin the action economy. But you can still get your wolf or bear or hawk right from character creation. Also, I'd have it be that your Primal Companion overcomes resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks at some point. The Beastmaster has this at 7th level, so I just put it there, but maybe 5th or 6th level is better. And a bit higher than that, I'd give the companion advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened if they can see you. Speaking of, the Beastmaster subclass. We got 4 features at 3rd, 7th, 11th, and 15th level, so let's come up with some buffs. At 3rd level, you're already getting your proper Primal Companion. So I'd say let's have the Beastmasters deepen that bond from minute 1. Through your Primal Bond, you always know the rough direction and distance to your companion, and they know the same to you. Using this bond, you can use a bonus action to see through their senses until the start of your next turn, but you have to concentrate on it as if it were a spell. Further, you can mentally send a command to your companion as a bonus action as if you ordered it verbally, but you can only do this a number of times per long rest equal to your wisdom modifier. All of these features only function so long as you're on the same plane of existence. At 7th level, you can magically ward your companion from harm. At the end of a short or long rest your companion spent with you, it gains resistance to one of the elemental damage types of your choice up until the next time it takes a rest. Further, you can spend your bonus action to end the magical resistance and remove one mental effect your companion is currently subjected to, such as charmed, frightened, stunned, or being magically put to sleep. At 11th level, your companion magically grows or shrinks one size, a process which can be reverted or reinstated over the course of a long rest. If your companion is smaller than its normal size, increase its movement speeds by 15 feet. If your creature is larger than its normal size, it deals an extra 1d4 damage in its attacks. Your companion can't ever grow larger than one size category above its stat block, or shrink smaller than one size category below its stat block. Further, over the course of a long rest, you can make minor magical changes to your companion's appearance, such as changing the color of its feathers or shape of its horn. This has no mechanical impact and causes no discomfort to your companion. At 14th level, you get a choice between 2 different features. The first feature is oriented towards rangers who want a really awesome companion. When your companion hits a creature with an attack, you can spend a spell slot to have the attack deal. It's just Divine Smite for your primal companion, but instead of radiant damage, it deals one of the elemental damage types of your choice. When you send a mental command to your companion using your 3rd level feature, it no longer requires a bonus action. However, it's still limited to a number of times up to your wisdom modifier per rest. The second feature is oriented towards rangers who want multiple companions, so you get a second companion. It follows all the same rules as the first one, and can even be a different stat block. However, you can only command one of them at a time using a bonus action. They move independently, and you are allowed to split your attacks to give them each an attack action on your turn, but given that rangers only get 2 attacks raw, that's not really game-breaking. There you have it! Every ranger gets a primal companion at 3rd level, with a weakened version available at 1st. At 6th or 7th level, the companion overcomes resistance or immunity to non-magical damage, and soon after, advantage against being charmed or frightened. Then, the Beastmaster subclass gives you telepathic communication with your companion, they get a few more offensive and defensive buffs, and then you can choose if you want one superpowered companion or a pair of companions. Is this balanced? Probably not. None of this is playtested, and it's all just theory crafting. But I'm curious if the premise resonates with you. When you think rangers, do you think animal companion? And if you're playing a Beastmaster, do you want to have you be cool independent of your companion? Or do you want all of these cool features to go to your companion? Because that's another thing, right? Beastmaster implies a mastery over beasts, like summoning a pack of wolves or taming wild owlbears. But D&D doesn't really address that, ranger or otherwise. Is that what you want from a Beastmaster? Or is that more the domain of the druid? Let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear what thoughts you have, particularly if you've come up with your own solutions to make the ranger more viable. And, of course, have fun!